Hi.
Hi, Stephen. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, hold tight. A little bit of Ethel Merman
Of course.
on a Monday night.
I'll do that.
There's no business like show business, right? And every now and again, someone comes into your life that just has the it factor, and Stephen is one of them. A crazy talented dancer, choreographer, director, with an honorary doctor in the arts, 7 Olivier Award nominations and 2 Olivier Award wins, a Tony nomination, a Drama Desk nomination, and most recently he received the honor of the CBE from the Queen, Commander of the Order of the British Empire. That is right up there. My fondest memories are as my dance partner in Crazy for You, and being in shows together in the West End like 42nd Street. His resume reads like a who's who of musical theatre, from Mary Poppins to Sunset Boulevard with Glenn Close. He's been described as an old-style master of the modern chorus line. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stephen Mear.
The costumes, the scenery, the makeup, the props.
Hi.
Hello, friend. Oh, hello. Ethel's still singing. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
How you doing, my friend?
Very good. Yeah, I'm glad when this is over, but I'm doing quite well at the moment.
Oh, do you get nervous and things like this?
No, not this over. I mean,
the
lockdown.
I was like, am I scaring
no,
you?
this is fine. This is great.
But the virus.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh my Lord. I mean, how on earth are you coping? Because you were doing City of Angels, right? When this all went down.
Yeah, we just previewed. And we were just about to go to opening night and we got stopped. So, you know.
You did opening night and then that was it?
No, we didn't get to opening night at all.
Did you do any previews? Nothing.
Yeah, previews, but that was it. Just previews.
Stephen.
And it's a brilliant show as well.
Oh my God. It's one of my favorite shows. And I can't believe that that's just happened. So is it just obviously put on hold for now? Will it come back, or is it?
Yeah, I think so. It's only been put on hold. It will come back, but it's only on for a set period of time. It's just whether we can get everybody back together again.
Yes, of course.
It's an amazing cast, so.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So Stephen, when you look back at your career, I mean, holy moly. I mean, I knew when we did 42nd Street and Crazy for You, I knew you're just one of those talented dancers that you watch and you're like, holy moly. It's like, for me, I mean, I'd love to know who your inspiration is, but when I see you dance, I see Gene Kelly. I see Fred Astaire. You have that old time style about you. Who was your inspiration growing up?
Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire.
Yeah.
I love Jack Cole. I absolutely adored Jack Cole.
Yes.
Bob Fosse, you know, Hermes Pan, all those amazing choreographers. So they were my inspiration, you know, Ann Miller, all those people. I used to be obsessed watching them.
Yes.
You know, and I was always a tap dancer from a young kid. So that when I came to London, I could already tap dance.
You were an incredible tap dancer. So as a kid, so when you grew up, did your mom take you to dancing school? Or how did this all start for you?
It started with, like, my mum used to help out in a dance school, and I just went along when I was 3 and just ran in and out the line. And then I suddenly just carried on. And my dance teacher, who was amazing, called Deirdre Quemby, she just told me I ought to go to London and try my luck. So I did, and the rest is history, really, I suppose.
Wow. What was your first West End show?
My first West End show was Evita, and I was still at college, the end of my first year.
Wow.
And 42nd Street was my second one while I was in my 3rd year. So I still went to college every day. But
that's amazing. College during the day, and then which college did you train at?
London Studio Centre.
And then you went back, and then you taught there, didn't you?
Yeah, straight away. Yeah, as soon as I left, I was teaching.
Yeah, I love that. So you were doing the show at night, but training during the day, teaching during the day.
And even on the matinees, I did the 2 classes before the matinee. I'd still go and do it. I was balmy, but I loved it.
No, this is called dedication, and this is why you are where you are.
But I loved it, though. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and you can tell, because everything you choreograph and you do comes from your heart, and that just comes from dedication and loving what you do.
Yeah, we're so lucky.
Yeah, nothing comes easy, right?
So lucky. Especially in this time, I think we're really lucky to be missing something we love so much. You just suddenly think, we're so lucky.
We really are. Yeah. I mean, I just like, oh God, I think I was like 16 when I met you in 42nd Street. And then when we did Crazy for You together, that was such a phenomenal show, wasn't it? And
then we were partners.
We were. Do you remember this?
I know.
So we were doing Slap That Bass. And then I said, do you remember I said they were taking photographs that day for the newspaper? And I said, let's get tangled up in the ropes and they'll take a picture. And they did. I love that picture. It's just so much fun. So basically, you hopped from West End show to West End show for years. Just hopped shows, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was very lucky. I mean, now it's a lot harder. There's way more boy dancers than there were when I was around. But yeah, I was very lucky to hop from show to show, and I got to learn from some of the best people being in those shows. You know. Yeah,
the best choreographers, the best directors.
Susan Stroman, you know.
Susan Stroman.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, she is phenomenal. I had a Zoom call on Saturday with the Broadway company of Crazy for You, and
yes, I heard.
Yeah, and she came on, and I can't talk to that lady without crying, because you know she changed all our lives.
She's a genius, absolute genius.
Yeah, she really is. So gosh, so tell me, so you started. So I would say tapping is your passion.
Yeah. And then jazz, and when I was at college, my ballet was so bad I would do 14 classes a week to make it better. But in the end, I got to play Mistopheles, so it kind of paid off.
I was going to say,
got to go on and do Mistopheles, which was great, you know.
And anyone on here that's not familiar with Mistopheles, that is like the ballet, the main male role in Cats. It's like the hardest. They do these spins and these turns. And
I mean, I'm not saying I was one of the best, but I did, you know, I did get to do it.
We did Cats together as well, so I know that you are. And Robbie Fairchild just did it in the movie, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, which I just saw for the first time the other day.
He's brilliant. Fun. Fabulous. I like him.
He is amazing ballerina as well. Yeah. What's one of your favorite shows growing up as a dancer?
As a dancer, I love 42nd Street. I mean, I thought I'd made it. When I got into the cast of 42nd Street, I thought, well, that's it. My career's not going to go any better than that. So, yeah, I'd say 42nd Street was for a dancer. And Crazy. I mean, I loved Crazy for You.
Yeah.
But I was young when I joined 42nd Street, so it's like a massive thing to achieve. So I absolutely loved it.
It really was. And when that curtain rose at the beginning, and then you just see the tapping of the feet. Oh my God.
I remember when I got into 42nd Street, I joined 3 months after it had opened, the original cast.
Yeah.
And I just remember the curtain going up and my eyes filled up so much with emotion that, you know, I thought, that's it, I've made it. So it was just wonderful.
Yeah, it is. But then don't you find of every show that you then went on to do was like, oh my God, was like the best show. And then the next show was the best show. And I think it was always, I'm sure for you, it's like you were just so thrilled and honored to be dancing in those incredible shows throughout.
Yeah, I got to do some fabulous shows with fabulous choreographers and directors as well. You learn so much from them as well.
Yeah. Did you always know that you wanted to be a choreographer? Was that something that you loved?
I think even at college, I was always choreographing pieces for other people and things. So, I always wanted to do it. And then I just went into dance captain territory and then went to looking after shows. And then, I assisted Stro on Oklahoma and Crazy. So it was the next move. But I didn't want to be an assistant because when I look at my assistants, they're amazing compared to how I was. I think I was crap. The only reason I was good on Crazy.
You were never crap. That's not what word that I would use to describe you.
Is because I did it before, so I knew it backwards. So
yeah. I do, and not every dancer can be a choreographer.
No, it's amazing. I think some people think they can, but they can't.
Yeah, but they can't.
And you don't have to be the best dancer to be a choreographer as well.
No, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be the best dancer to be a choreographer.
But you're like a triple threat because you can do it. You're like, okay, I need you to do this, and this is how you do it. You know, because you can.
I do I love demonstrating. I must admit, I do love demonstrating and doing it.
Yeah. So how did the switch come then? So what was your last musical as a dancer?
Crazy for You.
It was?
Crazy for You in town. And then I went into looking after the show. And while I was looking after, I could do other things. So I started to choreograph all around like reps. And I did Derby for Mark Clemens.
Yes.
And he did a show called Soul Train.
Yes.
He came into the West End as part of a tour. That was my first West End show, thanks to Mark Clemens. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And that was my first Olivier nomination. So it was a godsend. It was like somebody was looking down on me on that one. So.
Your first one, and you get an Olivier nomination. You've had 7. You've had 7 Olivier nominations, and you've won 2 Olivier awards. Yeah. One for Hello Dolly, and the other one was for Mary Poppins.
Poppins with Matthew Bourne.
With Matthew Bourne, yeah. You choreographed it together, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, Sir Matthew Bourne and Stephen Mear CBE. I see a...
But when we did it, I wasn't nowhere near as known then. I was just starting off, and I looked up to Matthew so much. He was brilliant.
How amazing. Okay, so I love the Mary Poppins story of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So I don't know if anyone's not listening here that doesn't know the story, but Stephen's partner is deaf. And so tell of how that choreography came about, because
I think I just wanted to put some sign into the show, and we decided Supercal was the perfect thing to do.
Yeah.
And all my friends had said to Mark, we're going to put some sign in, and because I'm such a crap signer, I can sign, but I'm not as good as I should be. You know, that he just thought, it'll just be one thing or an F or something simple. And when he didn't know until opening night, and I turned around and he was just like, whoom, floods of tears, just.
Can you imagine?
I know, it's lovely. But it's such a great story as well, isn't it? Because signing, you communicate through dance so much, and signing was the perfect thing for that number. And
it really was. It told the story. You know, it wasn't just I'm going to sign. It was a through story, and it's such a phenomenal routine to watch as well, because it's so fast with the arms going and the legs. And
I'm
the
dyslexic.
feet.
I'm totally
oh my
dyslexic.
God!
So when we learned it, we had to put all the letters on the top of the mirror because I couldn't spell it at all. So it was, you know.
I didn't realize that. That's so funny. Wow, he must have been blown away. And then to win the Olivier for that.
Yeah, that was lovely. Really lovely.
And then you got to take that to Broadway.
Oh yeah.
And then to put it on in Broadway. Was that your first Broadway?
Yeah, that's my first. Little Mermaid was my second.
Right. That's amazing too. Little Mermaid.
Yeah, and I just can't believe it sometimes, Helen. You know, I couldn't believe we were nominated for a Tony. You know, everybody said, were you upset when you didn't win? I went, I was at the Tony Awards. Yeah. I was at the Tony Awards.
You were at the Tony Awards. I mean, that just is... When you're growing up as a dancer, Chrissy Cartwright's just come on.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, Chrissy. Oh, wonderful. When you're growing up as a dancer, and you look at like the Tony Awards and you look at the Oscars, and you just think, oh my gosh, you know, one day, and you did it, you lived it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always surprised with whatever happens, you know, in my life. I always am, and forever grateful, you know.
Yeah, I think that I take a lot of amazing people that I've had come on here. What I take away from everything is that everyone that's had incredible success is always incredibly grateful.
Yeah, you have to be.
Thankful.
Yeah, you have to be. Yeah. I wouldn't have expected a little gay boy from Loughborough to have achieved what I've achieved. If somebody had said to me, I would have said no. I would never believe it. So
hard work.
Yeah.
Dedication, talent, you had everything in the right place, and you were given the opportunity, and you did it. And what advice would you give to young dancers coming up now that see you and go, oh my God, I want to be Stephen Mear?
I think you have to be passionate and believe in yourself. You have to love what you're doing and be true to yourself. Definitely. Yeah. You know, it's so easy. And also be very humble and be respectful to people on the way up, because they're the ones you're passing on the way down. So
it's so true. Yes, it is. And you're always learning, and you're always learning from someone else.
Never stop learning. I never stop learning on every job.
No. And you still teach as well?
Not as much. I do workshops more now.
Yeah.
But when I do a show, I'll do pre-production, but I'll use college kids as the bodies, which is great.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah.
If it's a new show.
What's your process when you're putting on like a new show? Say City of Angels, for example.
I mean, once you know you're doing it, who you've got in it and how many, I then do a workshop with colleges and just start to set things out, map it out. So I go in with a kind of a set thing. I don't say this is what it's going to be. So you've got it there as just a plan. So I think that's what I've done on every show really now.
Wow.
And it's great for the college kids.